Yo, welcome back to the podcast. We talked about some good stuff this week. We really got into Vince Staples' Dark Times. We talked about a video game. Music was real music. We talked about how dog shit the artwork for Eminem's new single is. Also realizing you're a goth in your 30s. Being a professional fumbler with the ladies. And we also talked about the greatest album arts in hip-hop history and the most controversial. Enjoy the episode. Let's get right into it.
I didn't realize, like, the other day, I was on Discord with, like, Mukava and, like, Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I didn't realize how much of my mic picks up, like, the arm squeaking.
Oh, the entire thing. Yeah.
Oh my god. They were like, ah, and I was like, what are you bitching? I'm like, what are you bitching about, man? And then they're like, dude. And I was like, oh, it's pretty bad.
Do you know the streamer? I think his name's Flights. He used to have like a what would you call it? Like almost like a Burger King like headset, you know, like one of these trash things.
Yeah.
And whenever people were like roasting him in a video game, he would blow into it, right? So like,
oh god, that's terrible.
So all you would see on his end is him going, and then like 2 seconds later, you just hear ah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know what this is. We just doing it. Ah! Oh.
That's shit, man. I was like, yeah, you know, it's like the Soulja Boy clip, right? Where he's like, I ain't your daddy, nigga. Turn that shit down.
I don't give no fuck, bro. I don't care if the music loud, nigga. I'm not your daddy, nigga. Turn your speakers down, pussy, nigga. Y'all stop complaining like some hoes. Fuck wrong with y'all.
Meanwhile, it's just like blasting. That is the funniest fucking
dude.
clip,
It's you could not write that, man. It's so fucking funny, man.
Like, what is wrong
like
with that guy?
Oh, dude, and he's just like he's making out with the fucking blunt, man. He's
dude. He's like, bro, yeah. I'm like, dude, this guy, you can't, you know, like this nigga was made in a lab, bro. Like, there's no way. There's just no way.
Soulja Boy is one of those dudes, man, where like, I don't know if he's playing a character or if he's really like that. There's brief moments where he does stuff like that and you're like, he's actually a genius, man. He's actually...
yeah, like legit. And then there's other times where you're like, yeah, this guy was definitely just made in a lab because there's no way you're not... You know, he did you see the clip of him like acknowledging that clip? He's like, oh yeah, it was loud.
Yeah, because he didn't see it until like years later or something like that.
Yeah. He's like, oh yeah, that shit was loud.
Was it him that was on? I want to say Sway in the morning, but it wasn't Sway. Was it him that was on Charlemagne? And he's like, Kanye West stole his style from me.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, shit's out Soulja Boy Tellem though.
Yeah, he was something. He was something, wasn't he? Selling game consoles and shit.
Yeah.
This guy, I'm telling you, he's not real, bro. Like, he's not real.
No, he's literally a cyborg. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's made in the lab. I'm telling you, dude.
Man. I think he's the guy who popularized, like, do you remember when everybody used like Napster and LimeWire and BearShare and stuff like that? I think what he would do he would upload a song called like 50 Cent, Linkin Park, Metallica, The Killers, you know, it just whoever was popular at the time, and he would just put that as the title, and then people would be like, "Oh, okay, download," and then it was his song.
Oh, that's crazy! Yeah. He
would just hijack stuff. Yeah, man, because like he's completely let's not big him up too much, but he was completely independent, and everybody knows him, like, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. Unscrupulous.
Yeah. And he used to have that actual number that he put on the song "Call Me Through the Phone" or "Kiss Me Through the Phone" or whatever.
Oh wow!
And like you could ring him, and it would be him.
Wow, what the heck?
You give it his actual phone number.
What the fuck? I did not know that. You see, that's what I'm saying. That just adds to the lab theory here. He's not real, bro.
Just to the fucking Soulja Boy lore, man.
He's not real, bro.
He's not real, man.
Why are you doing that? I'm playing this new game right now. It's called like Esports Godfather. So you're like it's the most Chinese game like ever. And you are just like you're managing an esports team. It's so fun, dude. It's so fun. It came out like a couple of days ago. I've had my eye on it.
It looks like a mix of like, you know, like the Formula One or like sport games, manager games in general, but team fight tactics or something.
That's exactly what it is. That's literally
okay.
It's like the football manager of like esports. So there's this game called Team Fight Manager also. So it's kind of like that, It's kind of like that, but Esports Godfather is like Team Fight Manager walked so that Esports Godfather could run. Like this
Dude,
game
I might pick this up. This looks fire.
I am addicted, Famine. I literally streamed it yesterday. The game came out like 2 or 3 days ago. I have like 10 hours. Dude, I can't stop. When you before we were recording, while I was listening to Vince Staples, like that's what I was playing.
Right.
I was listening to, yeah. Because I was like, I'll
like,
just listen to a couple of songs.
I'm just going to give the album one more spin so I get it. Then
yeah,
like,
right. I'm just over here gaming. But I was listening to Vince Staples like, wow.
Speaking of Vince Staples, what do you think of it?
Dude, it was good. I liked it. I liked it more than like a lot of his other stuff, actually. Like this was it was a different sound though. It was a different sound.
Yeah, it's really dark, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be, it's very early to say this for this album, but it's album of the year contender for me.
Yeah, okay, I'm glad we both like it. Okay, good.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah.
I saw your face when I said I liked it, and then I was like, oh no, did he not fuck with it?
No, I fuck with it heavy. Yeah, it's good. Yeah. I can't stop listening to radio.
I don't know what. Oh, dude. Okay, radio is really good. I think. Hold on. Which song is it? Where is it? Oh, Justin, the one right before radio. I love Justin. Cause
the
dude,
whole album's good though. You could pick any fucking song on it, right?
It's really good. I liked it. It's the whole. You know what? Like I love this dynamic. It's like the last person who kind of did that type of thing, but like way longer was like Tyler the Creator, Wilshire. Like, you know, they're telling like this little mini contained like love story, and then it's like, oh, shit got fucked. Like that's
is that the really long song by Tyler?
Yeah, the 8 minute one.
Yeah.
He's like, because I love that. Like I love especially Vince Staples, who like I feel like we don't get any. Like he's like notorious for being like, yeah, y'all niggas don't need no shit, man. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Like, you know? Yeah, I like this one. It's basically like, it's like the one where he like meets the teacher.
Oh,
he meets this teacher.
Yeah. And it's just like one verse. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Yeah.
He pulls up to her crib or whatever, and then someone knocks on the door.
Yeah. And she says it was her cousin.
Like, oh, it's her cousin, and then it's like, okay, right, like,
right, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure.
That's a classic. That's a classic. He's my cousin. Yeah. So I need to listen to it again, but I think that was my favorite song so far.
I really liked Radio. Radio stood out to me a lot. I really like the fucking. Do you know what? I actually have like this written down in like my notes. I don't want to do it this week, but like I think like maybe at the end of next month, that would be halfway through the year, and I wanted to have like a discussion about what was the best verse of the year, and like. I had like 10 verses written down or whatever like that, and I took like 3 of them off because they're not as good as radio. I was like, I was like, okay, they just don't hold up. There's no point in bringing them up, right? You know?
Okay, real quick. Sorry to like break the momentum or whatever, but like, are we able to listen to it right now?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that verse is crazy, man. That second verse, I think, is so good, man.
Yeah, that song is actually fire. I love the part where he's like, because I don't know what it is. Like this is like a recent thing for me where I just love when the rappers are like, yeah, man, like I got this girl and shit. I just like shit's fucking up. Like he's like, yeah,
yeah.
Like I don't know what that's like a recent thing for me, but yeah, I like hearing Vince like go into that shit. I don't remember if it's this song or a different song where he's like, yeah, like he's talking to one of the homegirls and he's like, yeah, it's easier for homegirl to like come over or a girl to come over and give some pussy than it is for like to give a hug.
Crazy, crazy, man. Yeah,
like, fuck.
Was that a lyric in the song or was that an interview?
I think it was like an interview, right? Like it was one of those parts where they're talking, right?
Yeah. Because I couldn't remember if it was a lyric in the song or not. But yeah, fucking crazy.
No, I think
man.
it was like one of the interview parts. But I was like, fuck. This might be sacrilegious or whatever. But like, like I've told you this. Like I like Vince Staples songs, but like as far as like his early albums where everyone loved, like I didn't like love all the albums. Like I love all the Vince Staples class. So I think like this might be my favorite Vince Staples album.
I think a lot of people actually agree with you. I think a lot of people are saying, holy fuck.
This album fucking banged. I can't lie.
Yeah, it's so good, man. I've only listened to it like 2 or 3 times, right? But already I'm like, every time I listen, I'm hearing something new. The first song, Close Your Eyes and Swing. Do you know who Ronnie Radke is?
Mm-mm.
Ronnie Radke is some like metal musician, kind of like problematic dude, has a lot of issues. I think he's beaten up women a couple of times and stuff like that. I think he's been to prison over it and stuff, yeah. And Vince and Ronnie got into like a back and forth on, I was going to say an argument, but like, does Vince ever get into arguments? I don't think so, right? You know, he was having fun, right? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
They got into a back and forth on Twitter years ago, and Ronnie finished it pretty much by saying something like, no hate, man, I still like you, or whatever, like this, blah, 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 some like out or whatever. And Vince replied, don't worry, just close your eyes and picture me as a woman, and then you might swing, right? You know. So when I saw close your eyes and swing, I was like, oh, that's a real cheeky. No, but hold up, right? This is what I'm saying. That was my first thought. I was like, oh, this is really funny. He's like bringing it back to that. And then on his Instagram the other day, someone asked him what was the meaning of the title Close Your Eyes and Swing, and he was like, how it is to live as a black man. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, there's so many layers to this.
Yeah.
I would close your eyes and swing. I was like, fuck me.
Yeah.
I was like, this is like, it's on another level that like nobody, I don't think, but especially not someone who lives in a different country from a different background like myself could ever like hear it and think of the Vince Staples experience. I instantly think of like what it's like on Twitter. He's like, no, never mind Twitter. Like I could die at any moment just because I'm a black man in America. I was
Oh, let him.
Yeah. So I'm assuming this album is just going to be, I'm going to be listening to this 5 years from now and I'm going to hear one line and go like,
oh shit.
Yeah.
Totally. Damn, that's pretty sick actually. I didn't know about that either.
Yeah. You know me though. I like to go deep on the lyrics. I like to figure out what they mean. Yeah.
That's good though. That's sick. Cuz I feel like this album too is like more like it's not like fully conscious, but it's like you know, like I like hearing him like just talk about this shit more, like just his personal, like what's happening to him.
Yeah, he says himself he doesn't like he's not going in with like those mad concepts. He's not that kind of person. He just like whatever sounds good, whatever he writes down.
Yeah, like what's real to him even. Because even with the Vince Staples show, like he was like, yeah, there's no jokes written in this shit. Like,
if you're laughing, that's just life.
Yeah, it's relatable. Yeah, like that's what I fuck with that a lot. I fuck with that heavy. Like,
yeah, I respect the shit out of that because like don't get me wrong, I like my Kendrick Lamar's and I love like my high concepts and stuff like that as well. But like, it's almost it's equally as impressive to be like, oh, I don't go in with those hard concepts and still to deliver with something this meaningful. Because I feel like if I sat down and was just doing stream of conscious shit, I'd be going like, what is this goofy ass shit? You know, what is this unrelatable ass fucking word salad that's on the page right now? You know,
Adam and Eve, whatever the fucking song we listened to on stream the other day. That guy, the guy's talking about Eve,
Orange Kid Nephew.
Yeah.
dude, I was in AJ's stream earlier. I was in Smasher Magazine stream, and he was playing that exact song. And I was like, this is based as fuck. And he was like, he was like, do you think Kay would like to go to this for his first concert? And I was like, fuck no.
Are you crazy?
He said
that. What a goof. Yeah, we're talking about Cortex and Lamp over here. Taking fucking RX. Yeah, no, thank
RX
you.
Kid Nephew, man. Yeah, fuck no, man.
Hell no.
No, go to Cortex, man. Cortex is the shit.
Yeah, Galax was actually talking about it's crazy because me and AJ like the other day we were talking about like the first concert shit. Like I was at his house.
Yeah,
we were looking like, oh, what should my first concert be? So we were looking at Lamp and Cortex, and then I was just hanging out on Galax's stream like 2 hours ago, and he was like, "Oh, dude, Lamp's gonna be in California." And I was like, "Dude, me and AJ were just," I was like, "Dude, please come, please. Like, we'll go to Lamp. Like, let's fucking go to Lamp, dude. Like, oh my god."
When is it?
Lamp I think is like in September, but I don't remember. I have to double check.
Okay, I was gonna say if it falls in August, I'll see you there, man.
Yeah. Well, that's a good point. So it might be August actually. It might be close. I don't remember.
We probably wouldn't have time to squeeze one in anyway. But first gig with the have we talked about this on this podcast? I know like people might know about it from other streams, but you haven't been to a concert yet.
I have not been to a concert ever. I've been to like orchestra symphony stuff, but that's very different from like a concert. You're like seated. You're just listening. You're there. Like,
Yeah,
which I love. Which I love.
And you're looking at the like what songs coming up next and who the yeah.
Yeah, so I've been to orchestra and I've been to like video game orchestra stuff too. Like I went to the Fire Emblem one.
I'd say that's dope, man. Right?
Oh my god, dude! I this was like in high school.
Yeah.
So I was like, I had to pull some crazy shit to get there because like I don't have a car. Like I'm like, Mom, please, like, this is literally gonna change my life. You don't understand. And then so I managed to like find my way there, and then like, oh dude, like legit, like I never told anybody this because I guess I don't know, I was just in high school and I was like, oh, if you cry, you're a bitch, right? But like, dude, I hella cried at that shit, dude.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I hella cried at that shit, man. Like the Fire Emblem, I don't remember what anniversary it was, but
I don't know if I've ever cried at a concert now. I'm not that emotional of a person though.
I'm not either, but like Fire Emblem, I mean, you know, I don't gotta tell you, right? Like that shit, like it was just something like visceral about like just hearing the songs that I like raised me as a child and like hearing them in sim and then all the shit I had to do to get there. It was just like, oh, this is so worth it. Like it was just some weird like experience that I can't really put into words, but it was fucking beautiful.
I've had a few experiences but like they're kind of more funny, I suppose. Like I had an experience where I was at what's it called, Vulfpeck, right? I was the second day of they're like they're kind of like a funk band. I think that's what you call it. It's kind of like it's kind of like very easily accessible funk. I'll put you on them afterwards. They're really fun. They make like pop music. They make funk. They make soul stuff.
Sick.
It's a bunch of Berkeley students, effectively. It's really good. I went 2 nights in a row, and the first night I went, I had an absolute ball or whatever like that. The second night I went with my friend Peter, and it was just me and him. And they played a song they didn't play on the first night, and I just had this moment of like, I was like, holy shit, this is absolutely magical. This feels way better than like yesterday. And yesterday was the best concert I've ever been at in my life or whatever like that. And I thought I was having this kind of like, I guess, spiritual experience. And that's when I realized, because it was just me and Peter, I was drinking way more and I was hammered. I was like, I just realized, I just wasn't this drunk last night. Oh, okay.
Like,
we're only like 4 songs into the fucking concert and I'm already drunker than I was the entire. So
so you were cooked. Yeah, okay,
I was cooked. Yeah.
That's so fucking fun. Dad, is that the strap, bro? Like get drunk and just listen to your favorite music?
Yeah, but I'm Irish, man. That's all we do here, you know?
That's a good point. Yeah. I don't think I've done that really. Like, I mean, when you're not drunk like at an orchestra, right?
My assumption is that people where you're from don't drink as heavily as we do, right? There's a lot of people smoking weed and stuff like that, but not everybody is hammered, right?
No, I definitely say people are smoking more than drink.
Yeah,
like, especially compared to Ireland, I'm sure you guys are drinking way more.
Yeah, I would say that like as much as you guys smoke, that's what we drink, and then I'd say the drugs are probably even. You know?
That's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Have you seen like Irish crowds before, like at shows, man? Irish crowds are rowdy, man.
I think I've seen. Yeah. I think I've seen.
Hold on, we're already interrupt. Oh, I accidentally opened up Premiere Pro. That's not what I need.
I hear the like graininess when it opened too.
Yeah.
That's how I knew something was going on.
Let me show you this. We've already fucking interrupted ourselves. Why not? Vulfpeck Dean 10 Dublin. Okay, so I'm at this show here.
Oh yeah.
Listen to this shit here.
This shit is crazy.
Yeah, this shit is fire, man.
Damn. I'm adding this to the playlist. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, I must send you my favorite Vulfpeck songs when they got bangers.
I wonder if Mukav knows these guys.
I'd say Mukavo actually knows them. You know that?
As much as he like fucks with everything, he's got like big funk roots for sure. Like,
yeah. He's also the kind of dude as well where like, even if like he doesn't like hasn't listened to it, but like, do you know Vulfpeck? He'll be like, yeah, the Berkeley dudes. I haven't checked them out yet. Yeah. He's kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
He knows everything.
Like he knows his shit as far as like funk goes. Like I
dude, right? He kind of knows his shit on a lot of stuff, man. Right?
I was about to say he like just knows his shit. Exactly. That's why I said it like that, because I was like, oh, like what the fuck? Because I kind of thought, I was like, okay, like he's got his toes and everything, and then once we like actually got in he's like, oh no, like yeah, like I'm funk, like I'm mainly funk. Like he's like, I fuck with the hip hop, I fuck with this, I fuck with that, but like the funk,
He's a funk
is
boy.
like,
Yeah.
he's a funk man, and I'm like, oh shit.
Do you know what though? I kind of understand it, right? Because you get into hip hop like at a young age or whatever like that, right? And then you're like, damn man, I love hip hop. And then you're like, oh wait, I like hip hop music. I don't really care about the rapping as much, right? And then you're like, oh wait, it's all samples. And then you're like, wait, let me go check out the samples. And then you're like, oh, it's funk.
Like,
I like funk.
Yeah. Yes, I agree.
Right?
I love funk too. I don't know. I definitely like don't have as much in my funk library as like you or Mukov do. But you guys just have more music in your libraries than I do in general. Like I just
we're addicted, man. It's unhealthy.
I just listen to the same shit. I just listen to the same shit, and then I listen to like video game music.
But I would say I've probably played like what 5% of the video games you've played. So.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah. We all have our different.
We all have our vices,
Our skill trees are, we got different points and everything, right?
And case in point, man, that you said that,
right? Yeah, like I'm over here fucking just gaming it up. But yeah, no, that I definitely love. You can literally see my recommended videos here, by the way. Sonic Jazz, Upbeat Sonic, Zelda Funk.
It's all just video game music, and then
Vulfpeck, it's like then Vulf, right? It's like okay, but
Sonic the Hedgehog Jazz Funk compilation is a wild video to be recommended, and you had watched it previously.
Oh, I've watched that video 15 times at least.
Right? Is it good?
Oh my god, I love that shit.
Sorry, what I meant to say is it good background music? Is that what it is?
It's both.
Oh, okay.
I honestly, some of the songs in there, I'm like, oh yeah, you guys go, because it's like compilations of different like people who have done jazz arrangements of Sonic music.
Sorry, I thought it was songs from the game. So okay.
Yeah.
It's covers of like jazz.
There's some of that too. They have like some jazzy songs from the games.
Yeah,
but yeah, like a lot of them are like covers, like people. Yeah, they just great. It's just big fucking compilation. I don't know if it can be fully called discourse like on Twitter, but it was like I don't remember what sparked it, but basically somebody was like talking shit on like a song or something, and then like it turned into like the video game OST people versus like the music people, and like everyone's like, oh dude, your opinion is like invalid. You just fucking listen to video game OSTs, like all this shit. Like, damn, I should have sent you that. If I find that thread, I'll send it.
But what was it? Was it the thread ultimately like kind of saying like a lot of people don't think of like video game music as real music?
Yes, yeah,
dude.
Pretty much.
I find myself thinking that, but then as soon as I think of it, like, or I bring that thought to like the front of my brain, I'm like, that's not real. That's dumb as shit, man. It's just music. Why are you thinking? Why are you separating it like that?
Yeah. But I mean, I get it though, because like I think it's like weird. It's weirdly divisive, like as I explained earlier, like because the video game OST people are like. Because I would say I fall more in that camp, like realistically, like most of the music I listen to is like I love hip hop, like I have my hip hop library, don't get me wrong, but like so I'm kind of like in both, but I definitely listen to more like video game music. So like the people who are like listen to video game music do the same thing. They're like, dude, this shit's trash, man. Like this. I'm like, dude, okay, you can't like. Come on.
Yeah. Put in a
You're like painting a giant target on your back here. You're gonna call you a fucking nerd, all this shit. Like
I think it comes down to the fact that like it's a divide between like, do you know what I mean when I say like fine art? I think that's the word. Where like music that's just made just to be music, or art that's just made to be art is one thing, and then there's like there's another word I can't think. It's not fine art, but like if you make a vase. You know what I mean? It holds a purpose. You can put flowers and shit in it.
Yeah.
But it's also art. That's what video game music is, right? So some people look at that and go like, it's not art. It's not music, right? Because it serves a purpose. I'm like, and in my head, I think that too. And then when I say it out loud, I'm like, that's the that's the most dog shit take you've ever had in your life, Paddy.
Do you listen to any really?
Not really. Do you know what? I will go on like binges, and I would be like, go and listen to video game music. But I in my head, actually, there's one exception to the rule. Disaster Piece. Disaster Piece? He made music for, do you know Hyper Light Drifter?
I love that game. Yeah.
Yeah. He made like I listen to his music all the time. I have it in my like.
Oh.
I have a playlist that is like really calm, really chilled music that has no words in it. So like if I'm trying to sleep or whatever, and it's full of his shit. It's full of his music. Yeah. Because it's all just like.
Yeah, just
yeah.
We did the exact same thing. There was crazy. Yeah, dude. Okay, hold on. Fuck. I don't. I kind of want to show you. Like, I think I have my first like playlist that I ever like made on YouTube. I think it's here somewhere. Like, I saw it. Like, I was on my YouTube music shit. Yeah. And I was like,
you were like,
and then
what?
It's just songs, and then it had like the section 80, like, and I was like, is this my playlist?
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, wow. Like, I used to put that playlist like in the shower, like on the way to school. Like, that was just my like anytime. Yeah.
Yeah, I found mine the other day. Here, look at this.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You remember these bad boys?
Oh, whoa! Wow!
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah, that's before but I had the iPod Shuffle.
I popped that shit in. I bought one of these, so it's like it's a mini card reader type thing. Yeah, so I could.
That's crazy,
put that in. Dude.
Okay, wait. Let's talk about that. How does it hold up? Like, that's where I was going. How did it hold up for you?
I think my headphones are fucking up. 1 second. I had to restart my PC there. I cannot remember what we were talking about.
I was asking right when your headphones cut out because I'm very I'm interested in this. Yeah, I'm saying I was gonna say how does it hold up, like in terms of your taste, like now versus
dude,
then.
So I was going thinking like, dude, I'm gonna find all these fucking gems. I'm gonna find like all this crazy shit, dude. I am still listening to the same damn music, man.
Really?
All these years. Yeah, it's Cypress Hill, it's Rage Against the Machine, it's Biggie, it's like Gojira, death metal, all that kind of stuff. So don't get me wrong, there was like 3 or 4 songs where I was like, yo, but 9 times out of 10, I heard that shit in the last 4 months.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
And like one of them I probably had up until I was like maybe like 18 or 19 because it was in my like phone or something like that. But one of them I had since I was like 14, and it wouldn't work in anything after that. So
oh wow,
I've just been listening to the same shit the whole time, as it turns out.
That's fucking crazy, actually.
Yeah.
I'm listening to a lot of the same stuff, but there's some stuff that I'm like, like I don't know if I still like fuck it, because the sad part about it is that like obviously I wasn't on YouTube Music at the time. Like this was literally just my YouTube like
playlist.
Yeah. So like a lot of the songs are like unavailable now or whatever because like the channels probably got shut down or something. Yeah. Like, this is like 12 years ago, 14 years ago, whatever the fuck. But yeah, some of the stuff on here is still like Absol's outro, Kendrick Lamar, Kush Corinthians.
Is there anything you don't fuck with? Is there anything you don't like that you've seen on it?
I don't think so. Ain't no fun if the homies can't have none. Lupe Fiasco, I'm beaming. That's my jam. Slum Village, Selfish.
Ooh. Dude, have you listened to the newest Slum Village? Have I told you about this already?
No.
Slum Village put an album out called Fun, right? Recently, like I want to say like 3 weeks ago, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Was it good?
Yeah. And so I only listen to it because, so for this podcast, what I do is I have a playlist called Homework, and I drop music into it. And then when I have free time, I just put it on. And I shit you not, right? What I do is I go to Wikipedia and I go to Hip Hop DX or whatever it's called, that website, and I look at new releases, and anything that catches my eye I throw in. And Slum Village used an AI generated image for their album art, and I said, do you know what, it's going to be garbage, there's no fucking point in checking this out. And I was like, hold on, it's Slum Village, like give them a chance, right? Maybe the budget's too low or something, or maybe it's not AI art, maybe it's like just looks like that or something, right? Do you know what, I'm going to finish this thought and then we're just going to hop ship. So I put the album on. It's really good. Check it out. More importantly, what is with that Eminem album cover?
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, dude.
You guys can't see our Discord messages, but when Famine said that shit, I said, "Oh yeah, that Mary Poppins flow is coming." I said that shit. I said, "What the fuck is this bibbity bobbity boo looking ass?"
Oh man, I'm kind of disappointed as well, man, because like I really wanted it to be a good album, right? It's not. We haven't even heard anything yet. We haven't heard a single.
But the tone is the vibes are already off. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The vibes are already off.
The tweet I saw was like,
I need to look at
that
it
image,
again.
and someone said, based on this album art, I already know everything I need to know about this album.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh.
The vibes are off. Houdini. Oh my god, yeah.
Like, do you think that he has like what do you call it, like that Elvis effect, where like there's just too many people around him saying like, yes, Eminem, yes, Eminem, yes. Like,
I don't think so though, right? I wouldn't think so, because he seems like the type of person who's he's like, for most of it, he seemed like authentic. Like I said, I'm not the biggest Eminem person, but like that was like his whole thing, right? Like he doesn't give a fuck. Like, so I would be thinking he wouldn't have like yes men around, but I don't know. I know he went through a lot of shit, so
unless it's just like a thing where like he knows, but he just wants to pay, like he wants to give his money to like someone he knows, and he's not worried about it being like artistically pure or whatever.
Yeah.
But that album art sucks, man.
Yeah, that shit is hot dog bun for sure.
That's probably the worst album art I've seen in a long time.
Yeah. What was the last thing he dropped? Do you remember?
Music to be Murdered To or whatever like that. And the album art was like pretty okay. It's like a picture of him. I think he was like in front of a coffin or something like that.
When was this? Do you remember?
Oh, like not that long ago, like maybe like 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
What and what was that like? What was the sound like? Or the Eminem heads saying?
So like hip hop in general, the hip hop community in general would have said it was like a 5 out of 10, but Eminem fans were kind of like, oh, you know, it's a lot better than some of his other albums.
What do you say?
I thought it was like a 5 out of 10. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't hate it. I can't lie. I just didn't go back to it. You know what I mean? It's got so many. There's so much great music out there that when I hear good, I don't go back to good. You know what I mean?
I was kind of curious, like, or I guess like I'm trying to figure out what his sound more is these days, so I'm trying to like prepare myself for what because you know, I guess since we're doing this podcast now, I have to listen to it. Yeah, you kind of I've been listening to a lot more music lately because of this, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, but man, I've been listening to a lot of garbage. I was about to say that's what I'm not looking forward to. God. Because even this Vince Staples album, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, oh, okay, let me just fucking, and I was like, oh, I was like, yeah, dude, I'm the exact same, right? So this is it, right? I put all those songs into that fucking playlist, and I'm like, I don't want to fucking do this. I don't want to. Oh, this is actually good. Oh wow, this is great. Oh shit, I'm so glad I listened to this album. Yeah. But I will say it's like half and half. So like half the times I put something on, I like it. Half the times I don't. I put on Sexy Red's album there the other day. Whoa. That shit is bad. Oh, you don't have to tell me that. Yeah, I wanted it to be good, man. I really wanted it to be good. I don't know why. I actually, I think I just want everybody's music to be good. I don't like shit talking people, right? That's your job. Yeah. Facts. Yeah. No, don't worry. My coochie pink, my booty hole brown. Yeah. Come on, man. Downtown. She went downtown. I heard a Goth remix of that song ages ago. And it's fire, man. It's so good. It's like 10 times better than the original. Yeah. Goth? What the But I love Goth music, so like, yeah. I don't think I know what Goth music sounds like. Do you know what? Goth is kind of more of like a vibe than it is a genre. So forgivable that you don't know, yeah. I actually had this realization. We're going way off tangent here, but like I had this realization quite recently. I saw a photo of like me and all my friends from when we were back in school. We were like the misfit kids. We were like the alternative kids. You know what I mean? And in my head, I always remember it being like did you guys have Scene Kids? Is that like a theater kid or what? No, sorry. So like Scene is like similar to like emo. Oh yeah, sure. Definitely. Yeah, so like I don't know how to describe the difference between like Scene and emo to you, but people who know will know, right? But it was Scene Kids, and then there was metalheads, and then there was kind of like punks, right?
I guess that's what you call. But we would have all been categorized as moshers, right? That's what it's called here. You're a mosher. And in my head, I always remember being like a metalhead. Definitely wasn't a scene kid. Definitely wasn't a punk or whatever like that. But then I saw photos. I was like, holy shit, I was a goth. I was like, what the fuck? Because like all my friends are like wearing like fucking like band t-shirts, and they have like all the metal, they have like metal head, like they've got like patches, and they've got like leather jackets, and some of them had like one dude had like a Liberty Bell, what do you call it, a mohawk spikes and stuff like that.
The spiky.
Yeah, real,
that's crazy.
Real punk shit and metalhead shit. And then
shit.
it's like me and like my ex-girlfriend, my girlfriend at the time, are like standing beside each other, and I'm wearing like a Joy Division t-shirt, wearing like all black, and she's the same, and I'm like, dude, was I a fucking goth? And then I like went back and looked at like I went back and looked at my fucking music and stuff. I'm like, dude, I was listening to sad boy shit. I was like, what the fuck?
I was a goth. Damn, you just have.
I remember this so differently in my head, you know?
Holy shit, dude! I think that's so funny that my mind got like sidetracked when you were saying all that, because literally the previous TFT set, those are like all traits. So it's so funny that you're like, yeah, we're punks. Like punk was a trait. I can't lie to you. When I first moved to California from Maryland, because, you know, I grew up like, Maryland has like a shitload of Nigerians. Like I grew up pretty much solely around like black people until I moved to California like around middle school. And then I seen like my first, like this girl was like emo. She like dyed her hair black. She was like the full, you know, at school. And I just remember thinking to myself, this is the most white people shit I've ever seen in my fucking life.
You know, when people are like, white people don't have culture, it's like, she's right here, brother.
Because I just remember I was like, what? And I'm not gonna, bro. She had the biggest crush on me too. This girl, she tried to invite me to her house. I was like, oh, like she was having a birthday party, and she's like, yeah, you can like come to my house, like, and I was like, no.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah,
yeah. I was like, I just got like Saints Row 2 that weekend or something. I had that shit on my PS3, and I was like, yeah,
what the fuck when I come to your house?
Yeah, like I'm gonna go play Saints Row. But
damn,
looking back on I don't know if it's like the same for you, but in middle school and high school, man, because I always tell people like those years of my life, like I was not popular with girls at all.
Yeah,
but the reality is, I just was like a pro fumbler. Like really, I did not.
Yeah,
I didn't give a. I just truly didn't give a fuck. Like I was like, dude, no. Why would I? I don't care about. I just want to play video games.
Has that ever changed for either of us?
Yeah, I was about to say, like realistically, yeah, like you know, like because in college is when I really like. I had like one like serious girlfriend in high school, and then she was just chill. Like she was just super dope. And then in college is when I actually started dating, because like the girls were just more aggressive, and like in high school it's like, oh, do you like me, who likes you know, you're they're telling your friend
I like video games.
Right, exactly. It's like their friends asks you who you like, and then all this, it's like a whole thing in high school. But in college it's just like
I think it was the opposite for me. I think I was, I don't want to say smooth, but I think I'm smoother back in secondary school. What do you call it? High school? Yeah. And then, but in college, I stopped caring. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't even think I ever started caring, but like in college, the girls were just more aggressive. So I was kind of like, oh, okay. Because college girls do not give a flying fuck, dude. College girls do not care, bro. Like the first girl that I like dated in college, like she was just a demon. I was like, dude, I don't feel right. I don't feel right in this relationship.
Is that the girl with the racist family?
No. That was like my serious girl. That was my serious girlfriend. No, this one we were together for like a month because I was just like, dude, I can't keep up with you. Like,
I need to go. Yeah.
I was like, my
just came out.
my drive is not as high as you, sister. I was like, dude, you're killing me here. Like, you gotta leave me alone. I can't do this. Like, she's a demon, bro. Like, I was just like,
that's so fucking funny.
That was like my first real ever. Because she was on the volleyball team, and then we were on the soccer team, so like we all showed up to campus early.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was like taller than me. She was taller than me. She was like she was an Amazon
demon.
She was a real She was a real life. I was just like, oh, she was like, yeah, oh, she's like, damn, bro, you're cute.
You're not.
Yeah, she's like, you're cute. Yeah, I was like, oh,
you're not short either, aren't you? Not.
I'm like 5'9". I'm like,
yeah.
average height.
You're 5'9". I'm 5'9". I don't know why I have in my head that you're really tall.
No, I'm just average height. But she was like,
I thought AJ was really tall.
AJ's tall. He's like,
oh, okay. I'm just picturing you guys as the same height. I don't know why. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe because we're always like sitting down.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. And maybe it's because Jill is always there as well, and she's tiny, so it makes everyone look massive. Yeah. I meant to jump off way long ago, but I never got to. When we were talking about the Eminem album art, it's probably one of the worst album arts I've seen. But what's some of the best album arts you've seen, specifically in hip hop? I did like a lot. I looked at a lot of stuff, right? And I think hip hop kind of hot take, but I don't think it has a particularly great selection of album art. I think a lot of people just go for the safe bet, putting your face on it. I'm not a big fan of just the profile. Like what I mean by profile is just like someone's headshot or something like that. I really like Black on Both Sides by Mos Def. Just that picture of him, really good photo. I think that's probably the best example of that.
Yeah, shit's hard.
I just don't care for someone's face.
No, it's just boring. Like you said, it's just safe. It's sort of like the default. Like if you can't come up with some crazy shit.
And I know why it exists, because when people were selling CDs, right? Oh shit, there's Big Crit. He's got a new album out. I didn't know that. I'll pick it up. Oh, there's such and such. But now we don't live in that era anymore.
We're in the digital age now, yeah.
Yeah, album art has gotten even lazier. Like I know people like it, but you know, like DS2 by Future. Do you know that album? It's like fucking stock photo. It's like a stock photo and stuff like that.
Cause even like, dude, some of the OG, like the fucking OG Doom albums, dude, like the ones like, you know, he's like sitting looking back at the, you know, the fucking
food,
like that era of album art for me is like, like fucking Camp Low, you know.
Camp Low, like, dude. So Camp Low is the Uptown Saturday Night thing,
yeah. That's one of my favorite albums arts forever.
It references like a really famous piece of artwork.
Yeah. My barber has that shit like up in his house.
I think another thing as well is, does the album art like suit the music? And I think when I put that album on,
you're fucking you're one of those niggas dancing in there too. Yes, sir, absolutely.
I think there's a bunch of different stuff as well that can make like an album art like really good. So like what I wrote down there, like I think a really popular one from modern days is Scaring the Hose Volume 1. It's such a fun fucking album art. There's
like
so
the Black
much
Dynamite
going on
era type shit.
Yeah,
like that's kind of what it looks like.
It's pure blaxploitation film stuff. Like it's fucking dope. There's a lot of care put into it. It's not just their faces, and they easily could have just done that. You know what I mean?
Sorry, random like small tangent, but I've been watching a lot of like it's just been popping up on my algorithm, but like Danny Brown interviews. Oh yeah, I fucking love that guy.
He's so fucking funny, man.
He's so great, dude. Like I sort of thought, because like JPEG Mafia is like pretty funny too, but I feel like he's a little more combative sometimes. Like Danny Brown just is like, oh man, this guy's a fucking vibe, and I sort of like associate those two together.
No, he's hilarious, man. Have you checked out his podcast?
No, I don't. And maybe that's what I'm seeing the interviews from.
That's probably what you're seeing then. Yeah. Because he's so fucking funny, man. And like you can tell, like sometimes he doesn't even want to be there, but he still manages to be funny, if that makes sense.
Yeah. That's like when you're the funniest, because you truly don't give a fuck.
I want to get the fuck out.
Don't give a fuck. Yeah, it's great. It's great.
He's got a segment on the podcast that I want to steal for this, but we'll get there in the future. But he literally has like a spinning wheel, and like it just has words on it. When it lands on them, he's just like, "Oh, tricycles." Yeah, okay, we'll talk about them. Like, not prepped at all.
That's pretty. That's pretty fire. Actually, that's pretty fire. Just get like random word generator and then just like.
Yeah.
I still need to dive into more of their music. Like, I feel like they're. Because what would you call their genre? Like experimental?
Yeah, I think so. Right? I think the difficulty with like labeling something like that is hip hop doesn't allow people to. You're either hip hop or you're not. You know what I mean? So like the idea of like having alternative hip hop is like some people don't like even that label. So then when someone like Danny or like JPEG come out, people just try to say like it's hip hop or it's not or whatever. I don't know. I would call it experimental, industrial, something like that. Danny's weird though, because Danny can be just like rapping on normal hip hop, but he sounds so weird that it throws you off.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. So it's like I had because there's some like I don't remember what songs from Scaring the Hoes I liked, but like there's one like because Saxon was like a huge fan of this album like when it first came out, I think. And like we were bumping it when we were hanging out with AJ, and I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of fuck with this song. I kind of fuck with this song, but like, yeah, as far as like both of them as a whole, like I did have some trouble honestly, like getting into their music. But I think I gotta go try again.
It's almost hyper pop.
Yeah, like exactly. It's like close. It's like very like.
It's very internet.
Just, yeah. It's internet music for sure. It's just like
yeah.
And I listen to internet music, right? Like I don't think a lot of people know this, but like video game music, and then like probably like because my sound like no one has ever seen my SoundCloud playlist ever. Like no one has ever seen. No one knows what it looks like. It's completely my own. It's like breakcore, dream like all this internet shit. Like truly, I'm like I listen to the internet shit more than I listen to hip hop, to be honest.
Damn. So are you there listening to like Nightcore remixes or something?
Yes, yeah, like I don't love Nightcore as much. Like I like more of the D&D. Like exactly like that type shit. Like that even for me, I'm like, oh, okay, this is closer to like the stuff of that genre that I don't like, which is why it's kind of like because I have some hyper pop songs, but like hyper pop as the like the basic high. Because you kind of have like an idea of like what the loops are going to be for like a hyper pop song versus like a D&B song versus like a. Yeah,
I get what you mean. Yeah. Like in your head, you know the style that you like.
Yes, exactly. So it's like hyper pop for me. I'm like, like I have some outliers in that genre, but like the genre as a whole is not for me.
I don't listen to a lot of it either. I would say probably the closest thing I do listen to it is like, it is Scaring the Hoes, right? You know what I mean? It's the closest to it, yeah. Yeah, Danny's a funny dude though. Like, both of them I think are like extremely online in different ways. When when Harry Potter the video game came out, yeah. Do you know about J.K. Rowling? She's like transphobic as shit. Yeah. So like, Danny was like, yeah, man, I really wanted to play that game. I really wanted to play the Hogwarts game, but like, I didn't because like of that whole like ordeal with like J.K. Rowling or whatever like that. And then he said like, he goes, trans people are my friends. Transphobes can catch these hands. And what he's referencing there is a rapper from Ireland. So like, this is how online he is, right? Yeah, he's referencing a dude called Crackboy Mental, who's this like, I don't know if it's important to say this, but he's like an autistic rapper from like Ireland. His music is very out there. It's outside our music completely. How Danny knows about him, I have no idea. Actually, Crackboy Mental is quite popular, but like that's how online he is. You know what I mean? He knows a song. He knows a rap song from Ireland about J.K. Rowling.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I get that vibe from him though, for sure. Like that, he's definitely like he's online. Like he's doing that shit. But anyways, yeah. Sorry, album arts.
Do you know that there's three more here? Like I think I should just skip to. I think we should just skip to talking because like I put like To Pimp a Butterfly. I put Aquemini. I put like Original Pirate Material, which is like an English one or whatever like that. But Things Fall Apart by The Roots, Daytona by Pusha T, and Black Bastards by KMD. Yeah, those three are like controversial fucking album arts, right?
Yeah, let me see the Black Bastards.
Yeah, I can't think of the name. What do you call that? Like it's like a little racist caricature of like a black dude.
Oh shit! Is this guy getting hung?
Yeah. The album art got what do you call it? Like censored. They got censored. Wow. Yeah, they wouldn't put it out.
That's pretty.
Do you know who KMD is?
I don't think so.
That's MF Doom before he was MF Doom.
What?
Yeah. MF Doom was in a group with his brother Subrock and Zed Love or something like that. Yeah, you know the song Peach Fuzz. Fuzz.
Yeah,
that's KMD.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this is the album that got shelved. It didn't get put out until like 2004 or something like that. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. History over here. I did not know that.
I didn't necessarily put it there to say like it was a great album art or that I like love it. I kind of put it there because it's like you know, it really fucking pushes the envelope of like if you saw that in the fucking record store, you'd be like, hold up, what the fuck? And then you'd be like, oh wait, it's a hip hop album. Okay.
Yeah.
You know,
like, oh shit.
You would hope that this is done by black people, right? You know?
Definitely. 'Cause that is some crazy shit right there.
Well, if you think that's fucking crazy, then Daytona. Look up Daytona by Pusha T. Yeah, what you're looking at is a picture, is like a faded, like what would you call it, like a Polaroid or something like that. But that is the room that Whitney Houston died in. That's the crime scene. Yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah. So like it's super controversial artwork, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I feel like it deserved like discussion or something.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. That's crazy.
Like so I didn't put the KMD album or the Pusha T album here because I was like, oh, I love these albums, K. You have to look at them. I put them there because I was like,
it's controversial.
say I made an album art, right? And I put the Whitney Houston thing there. It would be like, yo, that's bad taste. You're like a controversial little dickhead, but it's Pusha T, man. You know, what was he trying to say?
Yeah, I was about to say, what's the story there? You know, what's the scoop?
Yeah, I don't think he ever explained it actually.
That's pretty. That's like more badass.
I could be way off with this, but the way I always pictured it is kind of like Pusha T likes to portray himself as like a bad guy, first of all, right? So like he's leaning into that, especially with the whole like he's a dope dealer. Whitney Houston died from drug related stuff, so I think he's kind of trying to say like, I'm the Pusha man, I'm still Pusha T or whatever like that. But I always took it as like a metaphor for like, even if you are Whitney Houston, the music industry will still destroy you.
Damn.
That's how I always took it, because like Pusha T always has that like message of like, don't let these white men fuck you with these contracts.
Fuck you over. Yeah, I do know that. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And I always thought that's what it meant. I always thought it was like, even like, don't think you're safe. They got Whitney. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
It's good. So, like, when I see an album art like that, I'm like, before I even listen to the album, I'm like, oh my God, what am I about to get into here? You know?
Yeah, you're tapped in. You're tapped in.
But I overthink these things, right? Maybe it's just a photo of Whitney Houston's fucking...
I mean, I think that's the fun of it, right? Especially if it's not explained.
Yeah, and imagine we do a podcast and I'm like, oh yeah, it's just a photo. And you're like, yeah, it's just a photo. Right, next topic.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next week. I always like hearing you know, like break shit down, because I don't like, that's like not one of my strong suits, is like deeper analysis of things, unless it's like literary maybe. But even then, like that's not. So I like hearing the deeper, like, because for me, I'm just like, oh, okay, cool song. Or if they're, unless like I try to break down lyrics when they like speak to me. You know, but like in your case, like you're just like, all right, everything speaks to you because you just like music. So you're just like,
do you know what it actually is? Right. That's I never even thought about it until right now. Right. You said when it speaks to you, you try to break it down. I'm the exact opposite. When I hear a lyric and I'm like, wait, what the fuck did he mean by that? I don't get it. I'm like, I have to know now.
Oh yeah. I'm like, I get it.
Yeah. I have to like figure it out. Yeah. Because like, especially if I'm listening to something and like on the surface level, I'm like, that makes kind of sense. And I'm like, wait, who's he referencing there? I'm like, I don't fucking get that. And then I'm down a fucking Wikipedia rabbit hole, and then I'm looking at like fucking Whitney Houston crime scene photos, and I'm like, wait, hold on.
Yeah. That's gas though. Like I think that's cool. Because especially like I don't think most people are doing that, so it's like you're providing.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I have
cool
one
knowledge.
friend in real life. His name is Dirt. He's a
Dirt.
He's a DYRT. He's a poet rapper. He's a fucking genius, man. I don't know how to explain him. Right? He's so fucking smart, right? So both of us write poetry and like rap and stuff like that. He releases stuff, I don't, but anytime we meet up, say there's been an extended period, it'll be like, here, come here, I wrote a piece, come here, let's go over here, like, or whatever. But we're the same. Like, we'll be talking about stuff, we'll be talking about like lyrics and stuff like that, and you can tell, you know, like say we go on a night out and we're drinking, you're in the corner, maybe everybody's outside smoking or something like that, and me and Shane are talking, you can see people around us going like,
here they go
they're delving way too deep into the lyrics again.
Here they go again. They got the fucking crime board out.
Yeah. We got the Pepe Sylvia up. Yeah.
They're like, oh shit. Yeah, no. That's
don't get me
gas
wrong.
though.
We have lots of friends who love hearing us waffle on, but yeah, for the most part, you can tell some people are like, geez, are they still talking about that one line, man? Fuck, man.
That's important, dude. I gotta tell you, man, you take those friendships for granted. You don't realize how many people like don't find those people, and then like it's just your homie who you can waffle on about with your micro obsession. It's like that shit's gas, dude. That's a fate worse than death. Not having those people, honestly.
Do you know what I find as well? Yeah, I like hearing people being passionate about what they're passionate. Like, don't get me wrong, some people can waffle on too long. We've all done it and have had it done to us, right? But you know when you're having like a fun conversation with someone, you might be like fake arguing or something like that about shit you don't even care about. You're just goofing around or whatever. And someone interrupts it being like, guys, this doesn't matter.
This is
it's
so
like,
stupid. Yeah. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, it's like, fuck off. You're literally like, okay, then you start a good topipic. Yeah. Because those people,
Literally.
100% of the time, we're like, okay, you fucking mentioned something. They're like,
yeah. You're just here to be annoying. Like, go fucking kick rock. Go
like
kick
you
rocks,
said, kick
dude.
rocks, man. Yeah, smoke rocks. Fuck it, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, that's always annoying. Like, oh, who gives a shit, man? It was like, okay, yeah. Then why are you talking?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Yeah. About to say, yeah. When I don't give a shit about something, I keep my mouth shut.
Yo, that's been us for another episode of the podcast. And well, it's me, the kid, and this town ain't big enough for the both of us, so they sent me, Famine, the fourth horseman, here to evict half your family and starve the rest, but I ain't hungry. Oh no, I'll be putting food on the table Malthusian style. It's the long-haired, short-tempered, middle child culture from the sticks, here to stick you up and raise them digits to the sky, because I'm here to yoink and twist all your content, and I'll never be content until I make a living off my gift of the gab. Call that yappitalism. Need a podcast for your drive? Let me be your yapper. Talking about news and current events? No, I simply discuss what's yappening. I don't want to shut my mouth. I speak yap hazardly. And on the other side of the pond, hailing from a winter wonderland, because if it ain't snowing, he ain't going. So somebody please lock up these white women only to clean up on aisle 3. It's Kaymarth, and don't let the name fool you. He ain't no man, nor is he a supermarket, and just because he's cold as ice doesn't mean you'll find him in the frozen food section, and not because he don't play ices, but because when he brings his Falco out, you'll be out of stocks, brother. Never on sale, no discounts here, and when you go to the checkout, please have exact bills ready, because this man will not change for you. It's Kaymarth. Okay, see you next week.